Hello Annyeong. Welcome back to our channel. Today I'll be reacting to once again Ohrenje-san's wonderful documentary, and this one is about AKANE-chan. So without further ado, sit back, enjoy. I'm gonna go on this side. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. I am excited.
What the hell is this? Ooh, that was way too loud. Sorry about that. All right, who is the next one?
Who's the next one?
Oh, but she was the one. Wait, she's also a DJ?
Oh,
Really? Okay then, let's talk about AKANE.
by the way, am I pronouncing their name right?
AKANE was born on December 14th in Hyogo, a prefecture very close to Osaka. She lived with her mother, her stepfather, and for a short period of time with her stepbrother, who is 11 years older. During her youngest years, AKANE was very unsociable and the one to do whatever she wanted, like leaving kindergarten to go home or not participating in games and activities with the other kids. She was, as she likes to say while laughing, a real problem child. Note that in Japan, children go
Can
to
we just
school.
say, we love ourselves an awareness queen who's aware of everything that she does. Yep, moving
Come
on.
back home on their own very early, sometimes at 3 or 4. Over the years, she became more and more friendly and discovered that talking to other people wasn't that bad after all. During her school years, she loved home economics and art, but hated studying. She was also bad at physical activities. Who would have thought? Being a huge fan of manga, AKANE was easily influenced by The Prince of Tennis or Slam Dunk to try different sports, but soon realized that her motivation was gone.
Can we just say our queen has some great taste in anime and manga? Once again, moving on. To be honest, there's a lot of actually music-based animes and comics. The ones that come right into mind is AKANE, because obviously they are like a band as well. To be honest, I've noticed I have never been really influenced by an anime.
Quickly.
I'll think about
She's
that
the
for
kind of
later.
person who wants to try everything that could interest her, but nothing lasted very long, except one thing. And this is something that we've seen in Saiki and Kanami's childhood. AKANE has loved music since she was very little. For her, it started with piano in kindergarten and lasted a few years before she stopped because the joy wasn't there anymore. Although she can still play some songs on the piano, even today.
It's great that AKANE and Kanami, they both have a start on piano and they've made it together. Amazing coincidence.
She continued for 5 years with trombone, but it wasn't something she saw herself pursuing. At the end of her trombonist career, she realized that a lot of her friends joined bands, so she went to a lot of live performances and music festivals with them. That's how the idea of being in a band started to grow in AKANE's head. So she joined the AKANE Club to form a band.
Oh wait,
To get an idea of what it was like, you can watch the anime AKANE.
yeah.
AKANE started
I love
with the
that anime.
guitar, but soon realized that her hands were too small to play, and it was impossible for her to continue. The bass was off the table too, as you can imagine, and she's no singer, at least according to her, so what's left? Yes, drums. And once AKANE tried a drum kit, she felt that that was it.
I think she looks the most happy when she's playing. You can see it from the expression.
While learning drums, she started to listen to rock bands like El Garden and Bump of Chicken, to end up making covers of their songs. She also learned about the band Maximum the Hormone and their female drummer, Now. AKANE was stunned to discover that the drummer of this hard-rockin' band was not a man. This was the kind of drummer she wanted to become, so she kept this picture of a strong female drummer in her mind as a role model.
I was going to say, I think that she needed a role model, someone that she could look up to so that she can continue her passion. Otherwise, I feel like if she didn't have someone to look up to, she might have dropped it halfway with what she has done so far with the other interests that she has had.
Still is
Thank God she
important
did.
to AKANE to have an impact on anyone who thinks that a female drummer can only play soft and not hard.
Nah.
With this image in mind, she practiced every week at her school, the only place that had a drum kit available, as she didn't own one. The other problem was that she was alone in her club, so she could only practice by herself. By the end of her
she didn't have anyone to give her feedback. Damn, that's very different with other members.
second year, she wanted to do a graduation live performance. So she gathered some of her friends from her old symphonic band days and performed a copy of the group Pez, a Japanese instrumental band consisting of a trumpet, a saxophone, a double bass, a keyboard vocalist, and of course, drums. You might be surprised to learn that AKANE wanted to work as a hairdresser after graduation.
Oh.
But as she started drums and was 100% committed to improve her playing skills, she completely changed her mind and instead wanted to enroll in a music school. Against the will of her teacher, but with the support of her parents, AKANE went to the Tokyo School of Music for 2 years to follow her passion.
It's very weird. That it's very rarely we see that there are parents who actually support your dream of becoming an artist. Because I feel like, for example, if I were in parents' position, like a lot of artists, they don't receive the recognition they deserve. That's why they leave it halfway or something happens. But it is always nice to have supportive parents that push you to do something. Like the way it works in my family, for example, my mum who's quite strict. If you tell her something that you want to do this, she does give you the chance, but you do have to prove it that you can do it. If not, then she's like, okay, this is not going to work out. Do something else. Do something better, for example. She does give you a chance, but if you don't prove yourself that you can do something with it, then she's like, you're wasting your time and you're wasting my time by doing nothing about it. I don't know, it was just like this weird tangent of Asian parents, I guess you could say.
She was surrounded by talented musicians who wanted to become professional. Even though she was just a beginner in her class, she worked very hard and played every day to catch up with the other students. It was during those years that she joined a band who did a combined live show with another band featuring the one and only Konami. She immediately acknowledged how good Konami was with the guitar and wanted to know more about her. It turned out that they lived very close from each other, so they quickly became friends. Konami used to ask AKANE to play drums on her demos before sending them to record companies. Unfortunately, AKANE's band didn't stay together very long, and she was back to square one. But AKANE was resourceful, so she started a part-time job as a waitress in a music restaurant in Yokohama. She could watch live performances and sometimes have a sit behind the kit to play when the restaurant closed for the day.
Very clever.
She told the manager that she plays drums, so he asked if she could play right now. And she did. AKANE played Highway Star from Deep Purple, and the manager agreed to let her play. He even offered to train her. From that moment, AKANE trained every day to improve her skills and become a better drummer.
So she found like a really good mentor.
We are now in 2013,
Nice.
and Band-Maid is actively looking for 3 female musicians to join a rock band while wearing maid outfits. I say 3 because at this time, they weren't searching for a lead vocalist yet. Our little pigeon already recruited Konami, so the band was looking for a drummer and a bassist. As you can imagine, Konami talked to AKANE about this opportunity. She trusted her with her demos, so why shouldn't she? At first, Konami mentioned the label and AKANE was excited, until Konami revealed that they are recruiting for an all-girls band. In case you wonder, she hadn't even mentioned the part where they would all have to be dressed in maid outfits. AKANE had too many bad experiences from all-girl bands, so she wasn't really thrilled about this idea. But the restaurant she was working at was about to close for good, so she took some time to think about it and finally decided to join Konami.
I already know the end result, but I was still worried there for like a minute that she would reject.
But the maid outfit, you would ask? Well, she was reluctant at first, but how do you know that it's bad without even trying? After all, if Konami is already there, it'll be okay, right? So she was willing to give it a try anyway. Konami sent her some demos, and AKANE found the music really cool right away. And the image of an all-girls band dressed like maids playing this kind of music was really interesting for her.
To be honest, it is a really cool concept. An all-girl band, like a hard rockcore band with the maid outfits. They really stand out, especially with, this is from back 2013. They really do stand out. I'm sorry, Farah is not feeling well, so...
She felt that her reluctance against all-girl bands and maid outfits
nice
was
wishes
fading away as her motivation kept growing. Just a few months later, a 5-members acoustic band was created under the name Mochi to Cheese. What's the link with AKANE, you could ask? Well, AKANE and Konami were both part of this side band with 3 members from the band Predia, an idol group formed in 2010 under the same agency as Band-Maid, Platinum Passport. They started to perform in the streets with acoustic covers and even performed live a few times over the 2 years of activity. The band also covered Forward, a song from Band-Maid. A single was released in September 2015, but only 2 months later, they sent their last tweet and posted their last entry in their blog. After that, we did not hear from Mochi to Cheese again. Their YouTube channel is still available, so you can at least watch a fraction of their performances.
I wonder what happened. Mochi cheese.
Let's get back to Band-Maid. With all those years of practice, AKANE had a solid base of drumming to bring to the band, but she didn't have a lot of practice with the twin pedals on high-paced songs. She did buy one when she was in high school, but she gave up pretty quickly, only to come back on it later and work as much as she could to try and master it. With Band-Maid, AKANE had to use twin pedals for the first time with Thrill. A painful first experience for her, but the feedback was incredible, so the band members wanted to add more twin pedals in the next songs over the years. This is something that AKANE wanted to do as well, but remember that from 2016, the songs are written by Konami, and Konami loves fast-paced rhythm.
速いのは一番速い BPM。
I think it's 225.
おうちには225ないね。じゃあ次225を目指します。
Usually,
I think Konami's gonna kill AKANE with this. Damn. To be honest, the thing is, I think drummers don't get enough credit for this. Because the thing is, okay, I'm no musician, but I have tried drums once in school. And using new things, like for example, this, I'm really sorry if I don't know what they mean, what they're actually called, but the sticks, for example. Sometimes I would like play properly like this, and then I would lose focus on my left arm, because I wasn't so used to using 2 hands at the same time, as like a main. And I would just trail off halfway. So I have mad respect for AKANE for doing amazing job at being a drummer. Because, my god, it is bloody hard, okay? It is really hard. Because, for example, in the guitar, one hand is up there, comes down, for example, and the other one is doing this. So everyone has a role. Basically, your hand has a role, but for the drums, you're just going everywhere. So I feel like for someone like me who has no sense of rhythm, it's the hardest thing. That's why I'm scared of drums, but I really appreciate and respect anyone who actually is amazing at it. Moving
These
on.
songs are based at about 170 beats per minute, but AKANE struggled to play the twin pedals over 130 beats per minute because of her lack of solid practice on twin pedaling. But she wouldn't be defeated that easily. Band-Maid is a hard rock band. They needed to be hard on their music, and AKANE had to be able to play faster. So what do you think?
I'm worried for her.
She thought about how she moves her legs and found ways to improve her movements to be able to play faster. And what's the best way to do it? Practice, practice, practice.
Yeah.
Muscle memory. AKANE tried to move her legs every time and everywhere she could as if she was playing the twin pedals, so her legs remembered those movements. She was also pushed by Konami, who kept including a lot of twin pedals in her songs. A challenge that AKANE couldn't refuse to face, as she is not the type to admit that she can't keep up with a song.
I think Konami is AKANE's best friend and the worst enemy. She was really pushing her. And the thing is, I think it's because of that she's doing so great. It's all the practice, all the pushing. Once again, I feel like all the members, they push each other to the limit to improve themselves, to bring in the best out of them.
After
Props
a
to all
lot
of them.
of work and thinking about her playstyle, AKANE is now able to use twin pedals anytime, in any song.
These are made outfits, but these outfits are just amazing. I
Did
can't
you
even
know
consider them
that
maids.
Band-Maid performed with a man once? No. Do you want to know more about this story? Of course you do.
Of course, obviously.
It was in 2015, on December 4th to be exact, at the Shinjuku club Science, that AKANE was replaced by a male drummer for a performance. Why, you might ask? AKANE mentioned in an interview around that time that she just had an injury and she needed time to rest and heal. Don't worry, it wasn't a life or death situation, as AKANE came to this performance disguised as a staff member to support her bandmates. She tweeted 2 months later with a photo of her holding a lot of drumsticks with messages written from fans from all over the world. Band-Maid has the best community of fans. Am I right?
They really do. The comment section are always helpful, and everyone leaves the nicest comments. I genuinely really love reading the comments, and you guys are so supportive, and you're like, oh, you're gonna love the next one, it's gonna be great. This one, also when I have any questions in the video, you guys commented and answer it. I genuinely do love the Band-Maid fans. I feel like the fans of a group really represent the group itself. If the group is amazing at it, or interactive with fans, or sometimes I would say scold them, or treats them right, I feel like the fans also treat other people right, and the group that they love right, and I can really feel it. Everyone in the comments, they really love Band-Maid, and that's why I really like making the videos, because you guys are like, oh, this one is coming out, you're gonna love it. I'm like, let's go do this, come on. Yeah, so I really love the Band-Maid band, so I definitely agree with this.
Now, I'm
You
sure
guys
that
are really
many
great.
of you maniacs know that AKANE likes to eat. A lot. She can eat 120 bowls of soba when on average, a man eats 70 bowls and a woman 50. Or even 30 plates at a kaiten sushi, a restaurant where plates of sushi are placed on a conveyor belt that winds through the restaurant and moves past every table, counter, and seat. And believe me when I tell you that 30 is a lot.
It is. We have one of these in here, and my god, 3 and I'm done. That's it. That's impressive. God.
loves eating food so much that you can see her eating in a lot of the music videos over the years.
Oh, bless her.
I'll bet she really enjoyed filming those. AKANE was invited for a few episodes of Band-Maid Nippon, and they played a game where Miku and Saiki had to guess her favorite food outside of Japan.
ご飯
ご飯
何米ってこと
ご飯
米
ピザ
どういうこと主食の
主食っていうの
メインのもの
メインの
こってりじゃないでしょきっと
こってりじゃないね
パエリア
パエリアです
ね噛んで言った
Oh,
あ、そうなの
At the creation of
I've
Band-Maid,
actually never tried it.
AKANE was designated as the leader as she appeared to be the most responsible. But now, every member has a different role equally important, and having a leader was just not relevant anymore.
I feel like if you know exactly what you're doing in a group, everyone has their roles, they're organized. I mean, no offense, I would say they're not kids. Everyone is amazing at what they do, and they're all so coordinated, and once again, they have that trust between each other. So when it's showtime, everyone knows what to do. They're not playing around, fooling around, and they just do it. If that's the type of group you have, there is really no need for a leader, because I feel like all the members are the leaders of themselves. They know exactly what to do and how to do it. So props to them. I really did feel like that they didn't have a leader. So I guess I was right.
AKANE is also famously known for goofing around every chance she gets.
It's my favorite song. Yeah.
Even during live performances. And she's not the only one, as the other band members try to make her laugh by pulling faces. Sometimes, it gives us some very special moments to watch. And sometimes, it just works too well.
I love her goofy side. It's perfect.
Band-Maid is really putting on a show when it comes to live performances, because these 5 hard rockin' maids are really enjoying themselves, don't you think? Alright, it's time to talk about AKANE's drum style. But let's keep it simple.
I think the thing that he said about how they enjoy themselves, that's something that a lot of artists sometimes forget when they're performing. It's enjoying themselves. They're so focused on giving a performance that they kind of like forget themselves. Like they forget to enjoy themselves, be there for the fans. But with the Band-Maid, I feel like they really appreciate and soak in everything with them. So that was a nice catch. And I really tripped up on my words at this time. Wonderful, Sophia.
Well, shall we? And as I didn't become a musician since our last video on Konami,
Same.
I will let today's special guests talk to you about this very interesting subject. I don't know about you, but I can't wait to hear what they have to say about AKANE. Let's go.
Band-Maid is a group of individuals that are just such heavy hitters on their instruments. When they come together, the overall sound of the ensemble is amazing. The rhythms, the harmonies, the quality of the vocals, the songwriting, the skill sets of how everything is woven together is a very amazing listening experience. I've only seen the videos, but from moment one, it had me hooked. Now, AKANE's drumming is when you see someone that is so fluid and relaxed and they're playing at such a high velocity and the demand is so great, the level of respect is top. It is top for me. So she has a way of laying back in the groove and just flowing so well, but a lot of the times these tempos are burning, like they're going fast, but she has this thing where it's like effortless mastery. She lays back, there's all these augmentations and interactions within the orchestration of the song with everybody else. Like there's always these complicated things happening, but when you watch her play, the legato, like it's smooth. It's like you don't really notice how difficult everything is. And for me, that's the major selling point, because anytime something seems like smooth and easy, it's not. It's because the person...
Seriously, someone who doesn't know, once again, anything about music, you can tell. I completely agree with this point. Like, the more amazing it sounds, the harder it actually is to accomplish that. So, profound stuff once again.
It's so good. They put in so many thousands of hours on their instrument, and their ability to have all that ensemble listening go on allows them to be that effortless mastery that I just brought up. I will never get tired of watching AKANE play. I mean, to be just completely honest, it's inspirational, and it just makes me want to be a better musician.
AKANE is a very impressive musician. For many reasons, one of them is her constant evolving. It's almost a rule among musicians to get to a certain level and then stop because that's good enough. But there's no such thing as good enough for AKANE. She's constantly getting better, not only in her skills as a player, but also as a writer. There's not a single dull moment in her writing. There's always something different and interesting and creative happening. Her creativity has no limits. She almost never repeats herself. That thing where the second verse is completely different from the first, but you can still tell it's the same thing. It represents the same thing. That's very impressive writing. AKANE is a drummer's drummer, but she's also everybody's drummer. What I mean by that is, to someone who's not familiar with the drums, she sounds very impressive, she is, but it's not impenetrable, it's not tedious or self-serving. She's always serving the music, you can always groove to it. But when you do know what she's doing, your mind goes blank for a second, because she can write these incredibly intricate parts that are also beautiful. Recent example of that is in Influencer, the transition that goes from first chorus to the second verse, and that whole part afterwards with the cross sticks and everything. I think they call it the A melody. There's so much happening there. It's so fast, it's so different. And not different from the first verse, different from everything I ever heard from her. There's more music in those 15 seconds than in 99.99% of all music I ever recorded. And you can still dance to it. Then you see her playing live. Doesn't even look like she's doing anything that hard. She doesn't call attention to herself. She just smiles and plays impossible. She hits very, very, very hard with so little effort. She's so fast, she's so precise. But she's also expressive. There's feeling in her playing. And that's what music is, or should be. It is taking your instrument and amplifying your emotions to touch people's hearts.
I feel like that is really hard to actually express your emotions, feelings with an instrument. But wow, it's really I really love this segment of, like, this entire segment of bringing like professionals to like analyze what they do, especially for someone who doesn't know anything, and hearing people who have like 20, 25, even 15 years of experience talk about this. This is some really good stuff.
She hits very hard with incredible speed and precision, but she's also putting herself, her feeling into her music. She's joy, she's happiness, fun to be around. She jokes around, she says random things. And her playing is also like that. Her drumming, her music is joyous, is happy, is pleasurable and surprising, and connects the song. And she's constantly getting better at it. And that's very impressive.
Where do I even begin with AKANE? Oh, I've tried covering her drums so many times. Never really got them right because they're so complex. She's definitely the hardest drummer I've ever tried to cover. The skills required alone are insane, but it's not only the skill, it also requires an insane amount of memory skills because she's constantly changing up her drum patterns, keeping things fresh. It never gets stagnant, but it's so hard to remember all the different little changes she makes. And somehow she's still able to smile through all of it while she's playing. She plays with so much power, so much energy, and perfectly complements all the other instruments around her. You can tell from what she's playing that she listens to her fellow bandmates and does what she can to accentuate their parts instead of just playing underneath them or playing over them. She gives the song
exactly. Like, the entire band is in complete perfect harmony. No one is standing out too much, or no one's being looked down on while you're listening to their live or their... Well, I would say the live is the more important one, because I feel like that's where you see everything happening and you're like, oh, the live sounds much better than the audio version that they record. But yeah, like, this is what I've noticed. Everyone has their own segment in in the performance, so you don't feel like any of them are being overshadowed by the other person, which is that's one of the first things that I noticed. I was like, oh, I can see everyone doing their thing, and I can see everyone is complimenting each other. So it's I don't know how to describe it. It just makes sense. This band makes sense scientifically. I think I should start like researching this band like from a scientific point of view. How this all perfectly harmonize each other. A research paper.
See what it needs. Such a well-rounded drummer. Okay, I'll shut up now.
Once again,
same, bro, same. I feel like I feel this man.
I'm telling you the story of someone who has been in love with music since forever, and tried many instruments until she found the one that was perfect for her: drums. Even though she was alone in her club during high school, without a drum kit to practice on at home, AKANE did her best to learn the basics by herself and was able to join a music school and pursue her goal of becoming a professional musician.
Mad respect.
From a child who wanted to try everything but couldn't find the motivation to keep at it, to a truly passionate musician, AKANE kept doing her best to live for and from music. Working at a music restaurant to end up playing drums there, joining Band-Maid with Konami, and within this already incredible band, learning and evolving towards this image of a strong hard rock female drummer she always wanted to be associated with.
The thing is, she looked up to this other female drummer, but now she's inspiring so many other people to look up to her to become someone like her. So I feel like this is a really nice chain of reactions that's happening.
AKANE wanted to prove that gender has nothing to do with her drumming and how hard Band-Maid's music is. And we can all agree that she does this every time she hits her drums. Mm-hmm. No matter how difficult it was, no matter how many obstacles she faced, AKANE destroyed everything in her way so she could achieve what makes her special.
Yep.
As a person and a drummer.
Stay with me, you carry like a moment. I never change, that love is beautiful.
Yay! That was amazing! Wow. I feel like I keep saying this every time, but this is amazing videos, Ohrenje-san. Thank you so much. Bjorn. I think that's how you say Bjorn. Because PewDiePie's son is called Bjorn as well. That's how I know pronunciation. Yay! Let's go! 감사합니다. Oh, actually, this is Japanese, so arigatou gozaimasu. Wow. Ooh. Once again, I cannot say this enough, but these documentaries are a piece of art, for the love of God. Oh, it's so good and so informative. And I just have to say, I feel like in Band-Maid, I don't have a favorite member, because I like all of them equally. It's just every time I learn something new about any of them, I'm like, that's my girl, that's my favorite, that's my favorite. So overall, they're all my favorite. I've also noticed that for someone who talks a lot and has a lot of opinion about stuff, I can never have enough to say about Band-Maid for some reason. I get speechless, and then after the video is recorded, I'm like, I should have said more. But I'm like, I couldn't say anything else. Everything was said in the video, and I can't just keep repeating myself over and over again like a broken record. But yeah, wow. Also, there's something I want to add. Some clips of the video, they might or they might not be muted sometimes, because when I'm uploading them, it takes like a whole day for the video to be uploaded for some reason, because internet in the UK is bad, basically. So once it's uploaded, and when I check it and see, oh, it's copyrighted, and it's usually like 10 seconds or 15 seconds sometimes, so I will be having them muted, but kind of manually by YouTube. So it might be a bit weird to like have the video cut off, but I just want to add a disclaimer from right now that if it does get muted, it's because of copyright issues. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say, because the Konami video got like 20 seconds I think copyrighted, so I had to mute it. It was already uploaded when I was muting it, so I was stressed as hell. But yeah, oh wow, Once again, Band-Maid, you have blown me away. Ohrenje-san, you have blown me away with this wonderful video. Oh, I can't wait for Misa now. I think it's Misa, yeah. Damn, I'm excited because I might have my hair straightened as well, just like today, because Misa has straight hair with like full fringe, but I can't really cut my fringe fully because it's not going to suit me. So I will be wearing black as well, so just to suit her vibe fully. But wow. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Now, once again, it is still awkward to tell people to subscribe. But yeah, please do subscribe because I really want to hit 100k because I really want to achieve this milestone so that I can have a plaque with me and Farah's name to show the world that we have achieved something. And when that does happen, I'm going to tell my family members that I'm doing YouTube, because right now no one knows. It's just me, Farah, my brother and my mom. That's it. And my nieces found out very recently and they told me. So there's like 4 people, 5, 6, 7 people, I think, that's all. But yeah, if we do hit 100k, I will tell a couple of family members, and I want to have like a really nice achievement, say my name, because this is me. Yeah, I feel like I want to do this to show off, but no, I just want to have something to I guess you could say it makes me like a physical thing to show my hard work. But even like the amount of subscribers I have right now, it's mind-blowing. I cannot believe that there's like 20k I think, yeah, 20k people subscribe to me and watching me. It's insane, but also I am a bit worried. I'm like, damn, I'm not funny. I'm surprised you guys are like listening to me and following me. This is weird. But yeah, okay, enough of that. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. There will be the Misa version coming soon. So yeah, I will once again link the original video and the channel down below. So please give them a lot of love if possible. But please, oh, I remembered. Please follow me on my social media because I'm the most active on my personal social media. So I will pop it right up here and here. Yeah, let's go. Click, follow. Because I only use Instagram, that's it. Facebook, I don't really use it. But yeah, the only place that you guys should follow me is Instagram, Twitter, or X, whatever it's called. I only use it to kind of get updates from the comics that I'm reading, so they're getting updated, or there's a physical copy coming up so I can buy it. That is really it. I'm not active in that at all, but Instagram, please follow me. But yeah, thank you so much. Sayonara, sampai jumpa lagi, annyeong, bye.